The 25-second morning window, managing waking cardiovascular risk. After 60 every morning, millions of adults over the age of 60 unknowingly subject their cardiovascular systems to a sudden, intense biological stressor. This hidden vulnerability has nothing to do with diet, exercise, or medication compliance. Instead, it is triggered by a deeply ingrained automatic habit. The way we transition from sleep to standing in the first 25 seconds of the day. While traditional medicine focuses heavily on resting clinical markers like cholesterol, blood sugar, and sitting blood pressure, cardiologists who study the timing of sudden cardiac events have long recognized a distinct pattern. The critical stat. Fatal cardiac events are 3 times more likely to occur in the first 3 hours after waking than at any other time of day. A landmark Harvard-linked analysis confirmed this threefold relative risk, a finding consistently replicated across decades of cardiovascular research. The perfect storm. Why waking is dangerous. The post-waking window is uniquely hazardous because of a rapid compounding chain reaction inside the aging body. When you open your eyes, 3 distinct biological shifts converge simultaneously. 1. The hormonal surge. The awakening response. During deep sleep, your body operates in a recovery state. Blood pressure drops by 10 to 20 points, the heart rate slows, and stress hormones are suppressed. However, upon waking, the body initiates a powerful hormonal event. Cortisol spikes by 38% to 75% within the first 30 to 45 minutes of waking. Adrenaline, epinephrine, floods the bloodstream concurrently. The result. These hormones constrict blood vessels and raise heart rate to prepare you for the day. While a younger cardiovascular system absorbs this surge easily, adults over 60 typically have stiffer, less elastic arteries, leading to a much sharper internal pressure spike. 2. Morning blood viscosity and clotting. Risks. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep without fluid intake, the body wakes up significantly dehydrated. Respiration and overnight perspiration result in a net loss of 0.5 to 1 full liter of fluid. This reduces blood plasma volume, making the blood thicker and more viscous. Concurrently, PAI-1, plasminogen activator inhibitor 1, a protein that prevents the body from breaking down blood clots, naturally peaks in the bloodstream around 6:30 a.m. Combined with thicker blood, any sudden pressure surge risks cracking vulnerable arterial plaque, which can trigger an immediate clotting response, the root cause of heart attacks and strokes. 3. The gravitational shift. Orthostatic drop. When lying flat, blood is distributed evenly. The moment you stand up rapidly, gravity pulls a massive volume of blood downward into the abdomen and legs. In youth, the baroreceptor reflex instantly corrects this by signaling the heart to beat faster and vessels to constrict. After 60, this reflex slows down. Standing too quickly causes blood pressure to plunge rapidly by 15 to 30 points, a medical condition known as orthostatic hypotension, which affects 20% to 30% of adults over 70. The danger. To save the brain from oxygen deprivation, the heart reacts with a severe compensatory spike. This emergency surge, layered on top of thick blood, stiff arteries, and high cortisol, is the exact moment vulnerable hearts face acute failure. The 4-point waking protocol. To eliminate the 25-second mistake of standing up immediately, you can implement a simple 90-second sequence that works with your biology instead of forcing your heart to fight against it. Step 1. The stillness breath. 15 seconds. Action. The moment your alarm sounds, remain completely flat on your back. Mechanism. Take 4 slow, deliberate breaths. Inhale through the nose for a count of 4, hold for 1, and exhale through the mouth for a count of 6. Why it works. An extended exhalation directly stimulates the vagus nerve, activating the parasympathetic, calming nervous system. Studies show this controlled breathing significantly blunts the initial morning systolic blood pressure spike. Step 2. Pre-upright hydration, 20 seconds. Action. Before sitting up, reach for a pre-placed glass of room temperature water on your nightstand. Drink it while still reclined or slightly propped up. Why it works. Introducing fluid before you face gravity gives the cardiovascular system an immediate volume buffer. It thins the blood, reduces viscosity, and buffers the impending postural shift. Avoid coffee or juice at this stage, as coffee acts as a diuretic, and juice spikes blood sugar. Step 3. The graduated transition, 45-60 seconds. Action. Roll onto your side first, then use your arms to push yourself up into a sitting position on the edge of the bed. Do not stand yet. Mechanism. While sitting with your feet dangling, slowly rotate your ankles 10 times in each direction. Why it works. The calf muscles act as the body's secondary venous pump. Contracting them actively forces pooled blood back up to the heart. Clinical data shows that just 1 minute of ankle movement before rising reduces a typical orthostatic blood pressure drop from an average of 17.5 millimeters of mercury down to a negligible 1 millimeter of mercury. Sit quietly for 30 seconds to let your baroreceptors calibrate, then stand up slowly. Once upright, pause for 10 seconds before walking. Step 4. The conscious self-check, simultaneous. Action. As you sit on the edge of the bed, take a brief moment to scan your body. Why it works. Check for unusual chest heaviness, sudden shortness of breath, radiating pressure, or irregular racing. By turning this into a daily habit, you ensure you will catch an early warning signal, rather than rushing past it toward the morning routine. A critical note for beta blocker users. If you are prescribed a beta blocker for hypertension or arrhythmia, this protocol is not optional. It is essential. Beta-blockers function by blunting the body's response to adrenaline. While this protects the heart overall, it also slows down the heart's ability to mount the rapid compensatory response needed to correct a sudden postural drop. Consequently, individuals on beta-blocker therapy face 2 to 3 times the risk of sustained orthostatic hypotension. If you take these medications, you must extend the sitting phase of your transition to give your cardiovascular system adequate time to stabilize. Managing morning cardiac risk does not require lifestyle overhauls or expensive interventions. It requires respect for the delicate biological transition from sleep to waking, executed one deliberate step at a time.